So hello everyone, I'm Adrian from Group 4, and today I'll be presenting with my group the Tata Nano car and its target pricing strategy. So the Tata Nano car was a small and affordable car produced by the Indian automaker Tata Motors. It was launched in 2008 and marketed as the world's cheapest car, designed to provide basic transportation to the masses in India. Despite its innovative design and low price points, the Tata Nano car faced challenges in terms of safety concerns, market positioning, and production issues, leading to its discontinuation in 2018. So for a brief summary of the case study, if Tata Nano was the most affordable car in the entire world, why was it a failure? The Tata Nano was designed using the principles of target costing or target pricing, therefore attempting to determine which functions customer predominantly want in a car and getting rid of the rest in order to produce the cheapest possible car. Once the various features are chosen, target costs are assigned to each component. And even though the Tata Nano was supposed to be an affordable, safe, and family-friendly car, meant to replace the motorcycles as the most popular vehicle in India, it wasn't ever like that. The reason is that partly due to add-on, such as power steering and air conditioning, the car was more expensive than it was marketed as, and due to political opposition, judicial wrangling, and quality issues, its launch failed by every measure. Its branding failed to resonate with the vision of customers, as no one wants to be the world's cheapest car because it makes the car itself seem basic and cheap.
So to get into more detail about what target costing is, it identifies what the customer wants and the price that the customer is willing to pay. And based on that, they will make target costs for their desired profits. It is a very customer-focused approach. And once the customer preferences are identified, the cost will be assigned to each component to better organize the costs. And here is a list of the order that companies go through to define their target costs.
Well, we've already heard what target costing actually is, but what impact does target costing have on innovation? So first of all, we have to talk about cost transparency. Businesses actually do comprehensive analysis of cost structures, and in that way, they identify opportunities for cost reduction. So through target costing, target pricing, it actually fosters a culture of innovation because people look into new materials, new processes, new technologies to try and reduce costs. And this is actually a continuous improvement. So it's not just a one-time thing, but as we see in the Tata Nano case, they've been working together with Bosch, the German company, for quite a long time, and they've tried to continuously improve their work and therefore towards their target cost. And this also, of course, encourages continuous improvement and continuous innovations. And value engineering is a very, very important concept here because it underlies that we optimize product features and functionalities to maximize value while minimizing costs. So we need to see how much do we value each part and how much cost is it worth building that. And then we have to try to get maximum value out of certain designs and products and parts and with the minimum cost. And then we also have to look at the negative impact that it actually has on innovation. And of course, cost-centric focus also can lead to a myopic focus on cost reduction at the expense of innovation. So it also fosters innovation because we have to focus on new materials, but it can also hinder it because we are prioritizing short-term savings over our long-term goals because we're only focused on money and only focused on our cost reduction. And that also goes hand in hand with the reduced budgets. So in that sense, there's also reduced budgets that hinder certain investments and certain relationships that are required for innovation. So there's no cross innovation with other suppliers or with other companies, because of course that requires huge amounts of upfront money and huge amounts of budgets. And that also then leads to certain compromises. So aggressive cost targets can result in compromises for the innovation and also for quality. And innovation, of course, we need a lot of budget, as we said, we need a lot of money and of course know-how to get the best innovations possible, but it can also lead to compromise in quality. And that's what Xavier is going to talk about now.
Yeah, as Theo was saying, with the cost, with the budget being so low for the car, the quality has to match what the customer is looking for, but also not go over what they can actually produce and put into the car in the first place. One of the first steps for that is preventing over engineering. I mean, the Tata Nano basically has the least features of any car, and that is to fit the customer's needs. So the customer literally just basically the market is going from maybe a bike to the Tata Nano. So they're only looking for a few things like, as the features are listed, air conditioning, one wiper on the front and the back, literally just the car being able to lock, braking, and power steering, which isn't even on every model. Since the Tato Nano doesn't go as fast, it's not as necessary. So they've realized that the customer isn't looking for that as much. Moving on to product recalls, cost-driven decisions can increase the product recalls, defects, or safety issues. Organizations may overlook quality-related risks in the pursuit of savings, leading to product failure, safety recalls, or any damage to the brand reputation, which is very important. Tato is not just Tato Nano, it's a lot of branded cars, a very large brand in India, so they don't want to hinder their future brand reputation based off just the one car. And then another huge issue can be short-term focus. A lot of cost-cutting measurements can be made that are very dangerous when you're making a car this light. Again, there's no airbags. There's almost no safety features. I mean, this car has literally a 0 out of 5-star rating in crash tests. Crashes up to 40 miles an hour or minimum of 40 miles an hour are considered fatal. It's very likely they will die. So the Tato Nano is very dangerous, but it comes with the cost and it comes with the market of being very low budget.
So as previously mentioned at the start, the Tata Nano was launched in 2008 and was initially marketed as the world's cheapest car. It was designed to provide an affordable transportation solution to masses in India. The idea was to market a car at such a cheap cost that it would change the basic concept of personal mobility, providing a safer and easy alternative to the motorcycles and scooters that dominate the roads in India. However, there are several difficulties that Tata Nano's journey faced. The idea of providing the most economical car in the planet faced a lot of challenges in gaining market approval. The idea that someone should possess the cheapest car did not align with customer desires, indicating a difference between cost and perceived worth. The project also faced operational challenges, including delays in production and safety issues, especially fire incidences involving the cars themselves.
Despite these obstacles, we can learn a lot from the Tata Nano's history. It proves the difficulty of launching a disruptive product into the market. The first difficulties generated the need for new solutions to make the transition easier for everyone, offering interesting insights for Tata Motors and the industry as a whole. When we think about the Tata Nano, we see how important it is to connect product offers with market expectations, as well as how important brand perception is. As we move forward, the lessons learned from the Tata Nano can encourage the pursuit of creative ideas with a balanced perspective on ambition, and market realities. It shows the importance of overcoming challenges and striving for constant growth. Thank you very much for listening to us.